Hello and welcome to Games Benchmarked. Today we are comparing GTX 1060 6GB stock versus overclock. For overclocking, I'm using MSI Afterburner. Set core voltage, power limit, and temperature limit to maximum setting. You do not need to worry about too high core voltage because NVIDIA locks maximum voltage into BIOS, so you cannot damage your card with too high voltage. I start with core clock and set it to plus 100.
Rourke, all teams, get ready for Operation Blackout.
If it is stable, then go for plus 200. Then plus 300. Plus 300 was not stable, so I backed down to 250 MHz. Then you can play 2 or 3 most demanding games for an hour. If it is stable, we can move to memory overclock.
Oh God.
I have to find what they're looking for.
This is Commander Rourke.
Set it to plus 500 MHz.
Teams, get ready for Operation Blackout.
If it is stable, then plus 1000. Initially it was stable, but after 5 minutes of gameplay, game crashed, so I backed it down to 900. It was stable. So, that's about it. We have managed to increase core clock speed from 1800 MHz to 2100, which is 17% increase. Memory clock speed was increasing from 2000 to 2450 MHz, which is 22% increase. Power draw increased from 120 watts to 140, which is 17% increase. Stay until the end to see how well this overclock applies to actual FPS increase in games. And please let me know in the comments how well your GTX 1060 overclocks.
What now, you piece of filth?
First game is Witcher 3. Stock GTX 1060 gets 65 FPS, while overclock gets a 75 FPS, or solid 15% increase.
I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hit. Emily said that the hotline can be reached.
In Control, we get 42 FPS stock, but when overclocked we get 48 FPS, which is a 14% increase.
See you. We can alert them now. Okay, just tell us who to shoot.
We got a nest! Toss a frag! Close it up!
In Gears 5, we get 54 FPS on stock, but when overclocked we get 59 FPS, which results in modest 8% gain.
Howdy. How are you? Howdy.
Red Dead Redemption 2 scored 26 FPS stock, but went overclock 31, which is 22% increase.
Whoa! Don't get between me and my gun, heretic! Sacrifice arrived!
Borderlands 3 is 45 stock, and when overclocked, GTX 1060 achieves 52 FPS, so 15% increase.
Armor plates. Keep searching the building until you find a better weapon. Good work. Red dots on the minimap show the location of nearby enemies. Now hunt them down. Reloading! Grab some armor plates. Well done.
Reloading!
The upper right part of your HUD shows how many enemies remain. Gas is closing in. Grab some armor plates.
Call of Duty Warzone scores 73 FPS stock and 85 FPS when overclocked, so another solid 15% increase in performance.
There's got to be more to these ruins. A Maya pyramid inside some sort of cave.
Take him into the ruins. You'll be far enough out of earshot.
No, please. Don't make this harder than it needs to be.
It's your own fault.
Come on, just do it. Wait. I'm a government official. I'm supposed to be here.
Not anymore, Mr. Lead Archaeologist. Your employment has been terminated.
Please, no.
In Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we get 67 FPS stock, and when overclocked, 78 FPS, or 17% increase. In Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, GTX 1060 manages to get 68 FPS stock, and when overclocked, 77 FPS. 13% increase. Next is Outer Worlds. Stock is 84 FPS, but when overclocked, FPS increases to 95, or 14% increase.
Yes, I must say, I'm rather partial to this valley. Take air for one. Makes your head swim. Never smelled air like this in my life. I
bet if we spend a week there, it won't just cure Anna. It'll make Colonel grow his feet back. Damn, this is one bumpy ride. The rails are all bent. The whole track seems to be fixing to slide down. I sure hope it can hold our weight. Let's hail the Aurora and tell them to take the other road. Come in, Aurora. This is forward recon. Do you read? Over.
Aurora here. Reading you loud and clear. Over.
Colonel, sir. This track won't hold the Aurora. Take the main one. Over.
I see. This one requires some repairs. This will hold us back. Regardless, the plan stands. We rendezvous at the dam. How is the general situation there? Over.
The general situation is completely awesome, Colonel. Sir, Anna is sure to love it here. Over.
Final game is Metro Exodus. On stock settings, we get 66 FPS, but when overclocked 75, or 13% increase. Time to wrap this up. This GTX 1060 is best overclocker I have ever used. And funny thing is, it is single fan GPU. Though I had to manage thermals with extra fan and custom fan profile, so it was hard to tell the difference between this GPU and jet engine. But applied, overclock scales very well, as visible in chart. On average, we got 14.5% FPS boost for free. If you're interested in more detailed graphs, you can visit my Patreon page, where I have uploaded them for free. Thanks for watching and staying until the end. If you like this video, you can leave a like. If you do not want to miss my next video, you can subscribe and hit the bell icon, so YouTube notifies you.